Hello my loves, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having an amazing day or night or whenever you're watching this. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through an easy and simple yoga flow for anxiety. So grab a mat, a carpet, whatever you like, and let's get into it. Starting in easy pose, we're going to put our hands on our knees, palms facing upwards to receive energy, palms facing downwards to ground yourselves. When you've chosen your hand placement, take a big inhale and a big exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out, and last big inhale, and let it all go. I invite you to close your eyes or keep a soft gaze in front of you. Begin to be aware of how your body and mind are feeling. Maybe your heart is beating quickly, your breathing is erratic. Maybe you're just feeling down or a little bit sad. Know that whatever you're feeling is normal and valid, and it'll pass. Whatever is going on for you, give yourself permission to be in this moment, right here, right now. And let's start with this practice. Starting in rocks pose, face the top of your mat like so. I'm going to be facing the camera just so I can show you guys what to do. Once you're in position, you're going to be sitting down on your heels, your feet pressing into your bum. Take your hands and place them in prayer position. Leave a little bit of space in between your palms and press your fingertips against each other. You should be able to feel your heartbeat. In this moment, recognize the feeling and take yourself inwards for a second. When you're ready, open your eyes, release the hands, and come to tabletop. You should already be like this, so spread your knees out to the edges of the mat and walk your hands forwards in front of you. On your next inhale, you're going to lift up your right hand and extend it towards the sky. On your exhale, slide it through. This is thread the needle pose. Take a breath here, and if you want to go further, take your hand and place it behind your back. Breathe into this and let your body sink into the ground. Big inhale, big exhale. One more breath here. And when you're ready, take your hand, place it back on the mat, and push yourself back up. Other side now. Left hand goes up to the sky, and on your exhale, slide it through. If you want more stability, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Option to take your hand once again and place it behind your back. Take a breath here. Big inhale, big exhale, another like that. On your inhale, feel your chest, your ribs expand, and let it all go. When you're ready, you can place your hand back on the mat and push yourself up. Bringing yourself back to tabletop, you're going to drop your belly, lift your hips, and lead with your chest. And on your exhale, round your spine, tuck your tummy, and look down. Do a couple of these at your own pace, whatever works best for you. For this posture, follow your breath and everything else will fall into place. Big inhale. And on your exhale, press into your hands, your knees, tops of your feet, and really ground yourself. A couple more breaths here, again at your own pace. Last breath. Big inhale and long exhale. Now come to tabletop. Once you're at a neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your knees an inch above the mat, and when you're ready, send your hips high and back and press your heels into the mat, downward dog. You have the option to walk out your feet, especially if your hamstrings and calves are as tight as mine. While you're walking them out, make sure your body's aligned. Press your hands into the tops of the mat, tuck your tummy in, send your hips as high as you can. Your knees can be bent at any angle at this point. You really just want to make sure you're feeling this slightly. Hold here for a couple seconds. And when you're ready, you're going to take your right leg and lift it towards the sky. Bend your knee and do some circles for your hips. You might feel weird and you might look weird, but make sure you do at least 3. Other side, take your left leg, send it high for 3-legged dog, bend your knee, and do some hip circles once again. Just open up those hips. When you're done, you're going to look forward between your hands and hop or step towards the top of your mat. Coming into forward fold, bend the knees as much as you need, soften the neck, and let the head hang heavy towards the toes. Breathe into this, and on your next inhale, raise your arms all the way above your head, palms to touch, and walk to the middle of the mat facing me. Drop your hands for mountain pose or Tadasana, and on your next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, and send your body forwards into Uttanasana, another forward fold. Bend your knees once again as much as you need, stretch it out. Grab the tips of your toes, your elbows, anything you need to just hang there. Shake your head yes and no. When you're ready, start to walk your feet to the edges of your mat. We're going to go into a wide-legged forward bend. So take a look at your toes, make sure that they're parallel to one another. Press into your feet, lengthening the legs to press the hips up towards the ceiling. If your hands are touching your mat, you can grab your ankles. Press your head down and lift your hips up. And hold. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, send your hips high. Breathe in once again, big inhale, big exhale. And when you're ready, start to walk your feet back to the middle, this time hip distance apart. Slowly sink down towards your heels, Malasana. Once you're here, make sure that your feet and knees are aligned. And take the edges of your elbows and press them in between your thighs. Your hands should be in prayer pose. Once again, feeling for your heartbeat, pressing your fingertips against each other. Your heels might not touch the ground, and that's totally fine. If you want more support for your bum, you can put something underneath it, a block if you have it. If it feels nice, you can swing from side to side, whatever your body wants. Option number 2 is to place your hands under your heels and sit on them. This can help stabilize you, especially if your heels aren't touching the ground, and that way you won't have to place a block. When you're done, find your way to a seated position, facing towards the top of the mat. Take a breath here, and when you're ready, extend your left leg out in front of you. Inhale, bend your right knee and draw the heel back towards your thigh. Rest the sole of your foot lightly against the inner part of your thigh, the outer right leg on the floor. Exhale and turn the torso slightly to the left. Make sure you're not pulling yourself forcefully into a forward bend like I just showed. No hunching the back and shortening the front torso. As you descend, bend your elbows out to the sides and lift them away from the floor. Lengthen forward into a comfortable stretch. The purpose of this is simply to feel the stretch, so make sure that you're tucking your tummy in and feeling it in your hamstrings and your leg. That is all you need to do. You don't need to force yourself into anything and compromise your back. Wherever you feel it, stay there and take a breath. Come back up. Take your right foot and place it on the outer edge of your left thigh. Exhale and twist towards the inside of the left thigh. Press the left hand against the floor behind you. Next, take your right hand and hook it around your right knee or inside your right knee. Twist. Option number 2 is to bend your left leg as well and lay it on the outside of the right one. Exhale and twist. Press your inner right foot actively into the floor and lengthen the front torso. Breathe into it. With each inhale, lengthen, and with every exhale, twist a little bit more. 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, release your hands, twist to the other side to neutralize it, and come back to center, unfolding your knees and releasing your legs out in front of you. Shake your legs out, and on your inhale, bend your left knee and draw the heel back towards your right thigh. Once again, press the sole of your left foot lightly against your inner right thigh, and lay the outer part of the leg on the floor. On your next exhale, turn the torso slightly towards your right leg and bend forwards. Once again, try not to compromise your back and avoid pulling yourself forcefully into a full forward bend. Keep your back as straight as you can, bend your elbows, and lengthen forward. Take a few last breaths here and let yourself sink into this. One last breath here, and when you're ready, come back up. Pick up your left leg and cross it over your right one. Same stretch as before, right hand behind yourself, left hand hooked around your left knee or inside of it, and twist. Option number 2, once again, take your right foot and fold it beside you. You can turn your head one of 2 directions. Continue the twist by turning it to the right, or counter the twist by turning it to the left and looking over the left shoulder. Breathe into it. On your inhale, lengthen, and on your exhale, twist. Last breath here, and when you're ready, release the twist and come to the other side to neutralize it. Once again, unfold your legs and extend them in front of you, maybe giving them a little shake. Once they feel okay, make your way to a tabletop position. Ground your hands and your knees into the floor, knees under your hips, palms underneath your shoulders. When you're ready, tuck your toes and send your hips back into a downward dog. Walk your feet out, engage your core, tuck your tummy, press your hands and feet into the edges of the mat, and send your hips high. Take a breath here, and on your next inhale, bring your left knee forwards towards your left wrist. Slide your right leg back and point your toes, your heel pointing up towards the ceiling. Draw your legs towards each other, and as you inhale, come onto your fingertips, lengthening your spine and drawing your tummy in. On your exhale, walk your hands forward and lower your upper body towards the floor. You can rest your forehead and your forearms on the mat. If putting your forearms and your forehead on the mat are too much for you, you can simply stay up on your fingertips. Just make sure that your shoulders are rolled back and you aren't hunched over. Otherwise, option 3 is to go deeper. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Release all the tension in your body. Feel yourself sink into the floor. Couple more breaths here. Calm your mind and breathe into it. Big inhale, big exhale. And when you're ready, push back through the hands, lift your hips, and move your leg back to all fours. Tuck your toes once again, and lift your hips high back into downward dog. Pedal the feet out. Find your spacing, your alignment. Tuck your tummy. Big breath here, and on your next inhale, bring your right knee forwards towards your right wrist. Experiment with what feels right for you now that you've done this on the other side. Inhale, come onto your fingertips, lengthen your spine, draw your tummy in, open your chest, and as you exhale, walk your hands forward and lower your upper body towards the floor. Big breath in, and big breath out. Extend all the way if you'd like, or once again, stay on your fingertips, whatever feels best for your body. If your mind begins to wander, gently return to this present moment by using my voice or your breath as anchors. Big inhale, big exhale. One more like this. And when you're ready, push back through the hands, lift your hips, and move your leg back into all fours. Send your knees out to the edges of the mat. Walk your hands forward if you need, and send your hips back towards your heels, thumb pressing down into your toes. Walk your hands forward and sink into this child's pose. Your hands can stay stretched out towards the top of the mat, be by your side, or hands can be underneath your forehead. When you've found the position that's most comfortable for you, breathe into your lower back. Big inhale, and big exhale. And once again, sink lower into the mat. Clearing your mind and coming back to your breathing. Last breath here. Big exhale. And begin to come out of the pose. Roll up slowly and come back to sitting with a straight spine. Sit on your heels in rocks pose. I'm going to face the camera so you see what I'm doing once again, but stay where you are. Come to prayer pose, fingertips pressing against each other, inch of space between the palms, and feel your heartbeat. Notice everything that you feel in your body right now. Close your eyes. Notice your breathing, your heart rate, your thoughts. Notice the difference from when you first stepped on the mat to now. Take a big breath in, big breath out, and release. Acknowledge the effort it took for you to get on your mat. Thank yourself for showing up today. Thank your body for guiding you through this practice. Thank you for sharing your energy with me today. I hope you have an amazing day, amazing week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. It's actually raining so hard right now, but it's so pretty. Can you guys hear the birds? And the rain, it's like ambiance. Get outside, do something for your body today. And look at the little Buddha. He's telling you to do it. Bye.